Welcome. Yes, I can see that you can hear me. Let me cut this mic off. For those of you that's been tuning in every night, I want you to know this intro is going to be a lot smoother moving forward. I finally found out a way to have this music fade itself out and just go right into this so we can just dive into these shows moving forward. So I'm going to fix that tonight. But let's get to it. Welcome to Market Recap Live. I am your host, Joseph Martin, and I have an awesome show for you guys tonight. And I've been going through it all day. So you in for a treat. I know I'm going to mess up. I know I'm going to mess up somewhere in here today, but you are in for a treat when it comes to that. But we're going to push our way through it. So we are taking a look at ticker HPE. You might know them better as Hewlett Packard Enterprise. Hewlett Packard Enterprise traced their roots back to 1939 when they started in a I told you I was going to mess up. Palo Alto garage. Now they are a dominant force in the edge to cloud and AI infrastructure market. Hewlett Packard Enterprise primary competitors are Dell Technologies, Cisco Systems, and Lenovo, Lenovo. Okay, so today we are going to review Hewlett Packard Enterprise earnings and take a look at their website. So let's get this live stream poll going. We are streaming live on YouTube and Facebook. Let's get this chat going and tell us where you're tuning in from. Put a YT in the chat if you're tuning in from YouTube, and put an FB in the chat if you're tuning in from Facebook. That's YT for YouTube and FB for Facebook. We are building a community over here for people looking to become empowered and take control of their financial situation by learning how to unlock the wealth building power of the stock market. And we are streaming Monday through Friday following trading sessions at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The U.S. stock market regular trading hours are 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And there's a link for the New York Stock Exchange calendar down in the description. All right. Okay, so let's get to it. Let's get to these earnings highlights for HPE. So let's go over to the Thinkorswim platform. I'm going to go over to analyze, and right here in the ticker symbol box, we're going to put HPE. And let me put me back on the screen. There we go. And I covered it up. I shouldn't have did that yet, but here we go. Here's their website. We're going to click that, and we're going to bring that over so you guys can see it. Bring it over. Blow it up. Oh, wow. That's too big. I think we good right about there. Bunch of cookies. Close this out. Blow this up. Put me back on the screen. Monitoring cam. There we go. All right. Let's get these earnings going. HPE, the $28 billion enterprise technology leader, reported its first quarter 2026 earnings yesterday, March 9th. HPE is listed in the computer hardware industry inside the information technology sector. They have a 52-week high of $26.44 and a 52-week low of $11.97, which is a trading range of $14.47, and closed today at $21.11. HPE earnings report beat on the top line and delivered a beat on the bottom line, with networking revenue surging 151% year over year. They reported revenue of $9.30. Wait a minute. I'm thinking it's $9. It ain't no $9. They reported revenue of $9.3 billion, which matched the market expectations of $9.3 billion. Their earnings per share were higher than the analyst and market expectations of 58 cents, when they reported a non-GAAP diluted EPS of 65 cents per share. HPE reported a GAAP net income of $423 million, which is lower than the $487 million net income they reported this same quarter last year, which is a decline of 13.1%. So for the first fiscal quarter of 2025, their net profit was approximately 15.1% higher than it is compared to now a year later. HPE's 52-week high of $26.44 took place in December 2025, and today the stock reached a daily high of $21.51. Despite the recent earnings beat, the stock remains in a consolidation phase. This represents a percentage decline of 20.1% over a span of approximately 3 months. So if someone invested $1,000 at that high in late 2025, they would currently be seeing a loss of $201. The earnings were released before the market opened yesterday at 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, followed by an 8 a.m. conference call. HPE also announced a dividend of 14.25 cents. That's weird. That's why I stumbled through that one. So I'm gonna round this off. 14 cents per share, and raise this full year earnings per share guidance to a range of $2.30 to $2.50. All right, so let's go to their website, which we're already there. But we're gonna scroll through their website and look for some clues about what the company is into and what they're doing, and read over a few things. And as always, we're going to look for the company information, which I can see is up here at the top. Let me see if we can see the investor information in here. Our company events. It doesn't jump out at me up there, so maybe it's at the bottom. But let's go ahead and browse over the website. Full throttle into the future. Mercedes-AMG Petronas Formula One team wins the 2026 season opener with help from HPE. Read the blog. Nope. Skim over. Enterprise AI accelerated. HPE and Nvidia, now that's a big company, bring you AI with the enterprise-ready governance and security built to scale seamlessly from pilot to production. Our AI solutions. Let me see if we go to something. No, it's just those two. So latest news, HPE reports fiscal 2026 first quarter results. I was blocking it. That's what I was reading right here. HPE accelerates service provider modernization with MWC. AI for every use case. AI ambition is accelerating across every industry. It sure is. It's everywhere. It's like an epidemic. Enterprises have run pilots and demonstrated technical feasibility, but real enterprise value is created when AI runs securely and reliably in production, powering applications, informing decisions, and enabling new capabilities. Explore NVIDIA AI computing by HPE. I did not know NVIDIA was working with Hewlett Packard, or they're working together, so I need to do some more research to see how they're working together. Deploy AI in days with a turnkey system built for AI in fear. I told you I had a tough day today, didn't I? I gave you that disclaimer. AI inferencing. Operationalize and secure AI in the most demanding environments. How are hospitals using AI to help save lives? Now that sounds interesting. Okay, HPE solutions from edge to cloud unlock AI potential. Okay. So as you can see, this is just a nonstop. We'll be scrolling and reading all day, but it's a lot of information on here for HP for sure. Hewlett Packard, software, storage, compute, HPE services. So now we're down at the bottom, and I am looking for the investor information. There it is. So it wasn't at the top. So let's go right here and go to About HPE. So about us, unlock your boldest ambitions with HPE. The cloud video. Your essential partner for the AI era. We use the power of AI, cloud, and networking to help you move faster, work smarter, and achieve more. With deep expertise, and bold ingenuity. We empower organizations to turn data into foresight, elevate performance, and drive real-world impact at scale. Meet our leadership. Nope, not right now. 90% of the Fortune 500 trust HPE. 17,000 plus experts build solutions with customers and partners every day. 55,000 organizations around the world work with us, powering progress across industries. At HPE, we tackle the world's toughest challenges, from powering autonomous vehicles to enabling medical breakthroughs. Our essential technology is behind the scenes of some of the most ambitious innovations on the planet. View digital game changers. So from garage startup to global innovator. Wow, it started in a garage. I think Steve, one of them, it was either the Amazon guy. Can't believe I'm drawing a blank right now. Jeff Bezos. He started in his garage, if I'm not mistaken. And Bill Gates. From garage startup to global innovator, in 1939, Bill Hewlett and Dave Packard launched the company in a rented garage and helped spark the tech revolution. Today, HPE carries that same spirit of innovation into the future. That would be some interesting stuff to look into. Okay, so now let's go over to their investor information. So here it is right here, investor relations. So we're going to click on that and go there. Investor relations, overview, financial, stock. As you can see, this is probably going to be hard for you to view on your screen if you're looking from a phone. So I'm going to zoom in and try to make it easier on you. Financial information, quarterly results, 2026 annual meeting, HPE Securities Analyst Meeting 2025. Here's the stock performance right here. So they trade on the New York Stock Exchange, the NYSE, and here's their ticker symbol, HPE. The closing price was $21.10. They lost 3.26% today. The trading volume, they traded roughly 36 million shares today. News and events. Investor toolkit, frequently asked questions, view reports, contact investor relations. Okay. All right. Now let's see. Stock. Here it is. So we're going to go directly to stock. I hope this just don't take us down the page where we just came from. Thank goodness. Sometimes they do that. I'm like, we just scroll down there. This is very bland compared to the other sites we look at. This is very bland. But stock performance, HPE, $21.10 change. They down 71 cents today. Percentage change, and then the volume we just looked at. Yeah, that's very bland. For them to be a technology company and not put that much effort into this stock information, it's questionable to me. It's just like a little sticky note. Like, why would you do that? You're a technology company. Why wouldn't you put the effort into your stock information on your website? Just seems weird to me. So they do pay dividends. So this is the day they announced the dividends. This is the date. I forgot what ex-dividend date. I got to look that up. It's actually the same date. Okay, so I know that you have to be on record. Maybe these are these are two different terms for the same thing. So ex date or record basically means you have to own the stock that day to get the dividend payment. So they didn't pay the dividend until they don't pay the dividend until April 23rd, 2026. So the last time they actually paid a dividend was January 16th this year. But they announced it December 4th, 2025. And you had to be on record as being a shareholder on December 19th, 2025 to receive that dividend that was paid out on January 16th, 2026. So some people don't know you don't actually have to own shares at the time they pay the dividend. You have to own the shares on the record date or the ex-dividend date. Do some research to find out if those are not the same thing. Okay, so I think we did a good job of looking at HPE. We looked at about their company. Let's look at the charts so we can get an idea of what they did today. Okay, this is a 1 year, 1 day candle chart. I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to open up my data box. So I'm going to go to chart settings and go right here to where it says data box and turn on the floating box and then click apply and okay. So now when I mouse over today's candle, all the information we need to see is going to be right there in the data box. Let me put this ticker on the screen. All right. So HPE opened at $22.02. They had a high of $22.14. They had a low of $21.03. And they closed today at $21.10, which was a trading range of $1.12. And if we mouse down, there's going to be another data box down near the bottom. And that's where the trading volume is on this trading platform. We've seen it on their website, but this is where we can find it on the Thinkorswim platform offered by Charles Schwab. So let's see what else we got going on here. Look at things. Website, we did that. Let's go here. Let's get out of this for a second. Go back to me and cut this off. The Facebook thing. Where is it? Where are you watching? All right, let's take that off. We did that. All right. And for your convenience, the companies that we are reviewing tonight are featured in the description down in the description. In the description, down in the description. I'm so glad I told y'all I had a rough day today. Before I got started, I knew. I was like, my nerves so bad. When I do this stream today, they in for a treat because they can laugh at me all night. I hope you got some popcorn and everything. Oh, I can't wait to do my uncut after we get done with this stream tonight. Oh, I'm trying to tell you, I had all different types of stuff happen today, but we here. The goal is to get these streams done. I don't care if ain't nobody in here, but if you are here, thank you for being here because you got to be consistent, which is something I talked about on the other channel that was released today, Original Greatness Uncut. So if you haven't seen that, make sure you check that out. But I'm gonna be putting content out because a lot of stuff be happening behind the scenes that you guys don't know. I have a whole new respect for content creators, because you definitely have to fight through whatever you got going on in your day-to-day life in order to put this content out. You really do. But back to the community. I would appreciate it very much if you guys share the stream, hit the like button, subscribe, and if you wish to send a monetary gift to support the content, Cash App and PayPal links are down in the description and in the ticker on the screen. Mobile limitations. All right, before we look at the charts again, which I should have told you this before we looked at the HPE charts, professionals trade from a computer, not a mobile device. That's not the main way they do it. Mobile trading apps are limited. You lose critical detail and advanced platform features on a mobile screen. So be advised, trading from your phone is usually the least effective way for managing your assets. To see every detail, use a full trading platform and watch these streams on a computer or TV. Only use your phone as a last resort. I see a chat. Let me pull it up. Let me see what's going on. Hey, what's up, brother? I wish I knew what AL stand. Oh, I don't know. I see you on YouTube. I'm telling you, man, I had a long day. I'm liable to say AL is Alaska. I don't even know. I know ATL is Atlanta. I'm telling you, bro. I'm all over the place right now. Appreciate you for tuning in. And with the comment, love you, man. That's all I can say right now. All right, let's get back to it. Take that down for a second. Where were we? Okay. Last resort. Check the chat. S&P 500. Okay. All right. So let's look at what the S&P 500 index did today by using the SPY ETF. So let's go back to the chart. Make sure I'm on here in the ticker. Here we go. Boom. Easy. Here we go. All right. So right here in the symbol box, we're going to type in SPY, SPY. So SPY is an ETF. I'm circling right up here. Spider S&P 500 ETF Trust. This mimics the performance of the S&P 500 index because you cannot invest directly into an index. So let's see what they did today. The SPY opened at $677.72. They had a high of $683.36. They had a low of $674.76. And they closed today at $677.18, which is a trading range of $8.60. We're going to look down at the bottom for the trading volume, and they traded 81 million shares today, 81.5 if we round it off. That's what they traded today. And it looks like they had No, the volume, I'm not looking at it. I'm looking at something else. I'm gonna explain these labels in a separate video. So that way, when you watch these streams, you can get this information real quick. I know it looked like a lot of stuff going on the screen. It's just useful information you can get real quick, but I know I haven't explained it yet. So I have those videos coming in the future. So just bear with me. But we checked that out and we talked about that. Now, let's get into, somebody laughed at me. He said Alabama. Okay. See, like, man, he gonna tell me I'm in Alaska. Man, you better tell me. You might as well just put the state out, man. That's all I'm telling you. Don't use no abbreviations right now. Every abbreviation is a ticker symbol to me right now. I'm gonna pull up a company. I don't know nothing about no states right now when you putting in them letters. Tell me where you tuning in at. Say the state, the city, and the name. Just spell it out. Make it easy on a brother. But I got you. You in Alabama. Appreciate you. All right. Now, first, we're going to look at the loser so we can end tonight on a high note. We are going to look at the losers. So where are we going to go? We're going to go over here to analyze. No, we're not. We're going to go to Market Watch. Live real quick. Let me reset this so I can show you how we pull this up. So when I reset this, we need to link this back. I'm on number 2 yellow. Now over here, this is where we can pull up our watch list. So right here where it says public S, we want to go to S&P 500. There we go. Now, this is my columns preset list, market recap. There we go. Hit the percentage change and CNC right here. Ticker symbol CNC. Description is the company name, Centene Corp. It's in the healthcare. Okay, they lost 15.97% today. I'm going to round that off. They lost 16% today. They had a previous close of $43.32. Today they closed at $36.40. So let's pull up our calculator. Can you see that? Yeah, you got it. All right. So with that calculator pulled up, if you invested or someone invested $1,000 and they lost 16%, that would be 1,000 times 0.16. So you would have lost $160. We negate that, add back the 1,000. So out of your $1,000 investment, you'd be left with $840. If you had invested in CNC yesterday for that price of the previous close and held it to the close of today, that's how much money you would have lost roughly. So let's look a little deeper at the company, shall we? We click that. We go over to analyze. So ticker symbol CNC, Centene Corporation. They are in the healthcare sector. We're going to go down to company profile, and you can't see it because I'm in the way. So let me take me off the screen. There we go. Centene Corporation. Here's their website. We're going to read a little bit about this company, and let me put me back on the screen to tell you you are in for a treat. Because when we read these healthcare companies or pharmaceuticals, I can't pronounce some of this stuff. So get ready. I'm letting you know it's coming. All right, let's go back down there. There we go. All right. Centene Corporation operates as a managed care company that provides programs and services to underinsured families and commercial organizations in the United States. It operates through 4 segments: Medicaid, Medicare, commercial, and other. The Medicaid segment offers the temporary assistance for needy families, Medicaid expansion, aged, blind, or disabled, and children's health insurance programs, as well as long-term services and supports foster care and Medicaid plans. This segment also provides healthcare products and services. We're not going to read the whole thing. That's not what we do. We just get a general overview here, and then we go ahead and go to their website. I showed you where it was. We're just going to go ahead and click it, and I'm going to bring it over and blow it up. Get us all set up over here. So this is Centene's website. You can see me. We don't need this ticker anymore, so let's get rid of that. Let's see how much of this we got blown up. Boom, boom. Hopefully that's good enough for you. All right. So I can see right off the back, they have who we are. So that's going to be about like company, about us, things like that. It's right at the top. And here's the investor information. So let's browse their website and see what we can find. Transforming the health of the communities we serve, one person at a time. This is Centene. Centene's mission is focused on helping people live healthier lives. For 40 years, our company has worked tirelessly to increase access to affordable, high-quality, focused healthcare to those who need it most. Every community and person has unique needs, and we strive for continuous improvement and expansion for our services to better meet those needs every day. Okay, feature stories, thermometer. I don't know what that is back there, but maybe mascot or something. Serving our members. As a leading provider of government-sponsored healthcare, we provide access to affordable, quality-focused products to Medicaid and Medicare members, as well to individuals and families served by the health insurance marketplace. We are the largest Medicaid managed care organization and the longest-running carrier on the marketplace. That's interesting. They only been in business, not in business for 40 years, but I could warn for 40 years. For 40 years, our company has worked tirelessly. So they end up becoming the largest in 40 years. Careers, life at Centene. Centene Investor Relations. All right, so we're at the bottom. They have the same information down here, who we are, why we're different, products and services. I'm curious. So we just going to go ahead and click this why we're different and see if it has anything interesting on there outside of what we've seen immediately. It looks different. Why we're different. At Centene, our dedication to serving people is evident in our day-to-day operations. Focusing on whole person wellness is a central element of the healthcare programs we provide for individuals and families. Corporate sustainability in your community, sustainability pillars, Pro Football Hall of Fame, and Virginia Total Care delivered messages of resilience and inspiration to local youth. Okay, so we definitely have an idea about what's going on with the company. Let's go to the investors page. Looks like I got to zoom in again. I'm going to do some research and find out if I can lock this zoom so I don't have to keep doing this every time we go to a different page. All right, so they trade, Centene trades on the New York Stock Exchange, New York Stock Exchange, the NYSE, ticker symbol CNC. Stock price, they closed today at $36.40. The change, they lost $6.92 today, and they lost the 16% we rounded it off to. The trading volume, they traded 18 million shares today, 18.1 million shares. The market cap is 17.9 billion. So, to give you some insight on what the market cap is basically the stock price times the amount of shares they have. So the outstanding shares, to be specific. So if you multiply those two numbers against one another, you come up with the market cap. Latest news, 2025 year in review, #1 Medicaid and marketplace insurer in the nation. Okay. 174.6 billion premium service revenues, 1 billion adjusted net earnings, 27.6 million members. So I'm scrolling down. I'm trying to see the stocks the chart. I'm trying to see if they have some charts or graphs for the stock information, which I didn't see. And I told you today was kind of crazy. So I didn't have time to like review the website like I normally do beforehand. So this kind of, there it is. So we see it right there, chart, quote, and chart. So chart should give us the information I'm talking about. Yeah, we go. So that's the mountain chart that we talk about. Let me take me off the screen so we can see this. Full screen, is that it right there? Okay, here we go. So right here, this is the chart on their page. Down here at the bottom, this is the volume that we're talking about from time to time. Okay, this is a 5-day chart. This is a 1 month, 3 month, 6 month, year, 5 year, 10. That's what that is. So let's go back to 3 months and then we can change the style sometimes. So it's right here where it says chart style. So right now that's a mountain chart. And let me show you something silly for kicks and giggles. If you click line, all they're going to do is take this filled in spot out, which is goofy to me. I don't even know why they have a mountain and a line. All they doing is shading it in. Let me show you my face. All they doing is shading it in. I had no idea why they even do that. Well, we just make up your mind. But anyway, line chart, mountain chart, and then this is going to be the candlestick style. So you can change the, now I don't know if you can change the colors, so that's weird. They have the color scheme on the volume bars, but they don't have it on the candles, which is weird. Normally it's the opposite. They'll have the volume bars be the same color, but they will show you the candle style as red or green. I don't know why they did this the opposite way, but they did. Historical data. Okay. So they have the chart information. This was the biggest loser for today. So let's move on to the biggest winner. So we're going to close this out, pull up the chart. Can we put this back on the screen? There's the disclaimer. All right. So we're going to click percentage change. Here we are. So the biggest winner for today is VRTX, ticker symbol, Vertex Pharmaceutica. I'm telling you, I'm about to say something wrong. We start reading what this company do. I already know. I did good on the last one, but that was because they ain't mentioned nothing about no drugs or no illnesses or something crazy like that. But okay, today they went up 8.31%. So let's pull out the calculator. The previous close was $460.87. They closed today at just shy of $500, $499.17. So if you invested or someone invested $1,000 and purchased it at that previous closing price, so this would be times 0.0831. I believe that's $83.10. Yep, that's what you would have got. So you would have got $83.10 on top of your $1,000 investment. So remember that $83.10 is going to be your ROI, your return on investment. So we saw what that would look like. Let's go over and get some more details about the company. We already have it selected. So let's go over here to analyze. And immediately we see that this is also in the healthcare sector. So that's interesting. So today we've seen that the biggest loser and the biggest winner. Oh, I did that backwards, didn't I? The biggest winner and the biggest loser were in the same sector today. They both were in the healthcare sector. So the biggest winner, VRTX, healthcare sector. Now we need to take me off the screen so you can see the company information. So the full name of the company is Vertex Pharmaceuticals Incorporated. Here's their website. Let me take a deep breath. And here we go. Vertex Pharmaceuticals Incorporated operates as a biotechnology company in the United States, Europe, and internationally. The company offers transformative medicines for people with serious diseases with a focus on specialty markets such as cystic fibrosis, CF, sickle cell disease, SCD. I'm not laughing at the disease. I just feel me start. I'm gonna get it. Transfusion dependent beta, thalassemia, TDT, and acute pain. It markets all right, look, I'm skipping that. Y'all gonna have to look that up. For people with CF, at least one, I don't know what that is, mutation for 2 years of age and older. Wait a minute, mutation for 2 years of age and older. Man, look, for the treatment for people with CF 6 years of age and older. It's another one for treatment of patients with CF 6 years of age and older. All right, I struggled enough, so y'all had y'all fun. Let's go over here to their website, reject all optional trackers, and bring this over. Let's see where we at. Okay. So let's see if we need to zoom in. Boom, boom. I guess that's all right. I ain't really see much move, but there we are. Let me put me on the screen, take the ticker off. There we go. All right. So we are on Vertex's website. At the top, I immediately see we got the investors information right here. Our company, our science, patience, responsibility, and career. So let's browse through their website and see what we can learn. The science of possibility. At Vertex, we invest in scientific innovation to create transformative medicines for people with serious diseases. Read more. Scroll for more. Our science, investing in science. We're focused on discovering, developing, and producing innovative medicine so people with serious diseases can lead better lives, careers. Help us transform lives. What it's like living with type 1 diabetes. We're on a journey to learn from some of our colleagues at Vertex about something they have in common: type 1 diabetes. All right, news. We've announced positive top-line results from the interim analysis of the Rainier phase 3 trial of our investigational treatment for IgA nephropathy. I think that's what that is. All right. Working at Vertex, our company is built on an inclusive culture that brings together the best and brightest in every field, striving for one goal: to improve the lives of people with serious diseases. I should have looked at that scroll bar before we started reading this. I feel like this is the longest website I ever went down because I can't pronounce nothing. Let me take me off the screen for a second so we can see this information. So so here's the investor information. I don't see an about us down here. So we already did that. So we didn't. We browsed over the website. So let's go to our company. So overview, leadership, our locations. Let's go to overview. Put me back on the screen. Okay. Driven to make a difference. We are Vertex. We strike at the core of serious diseases to change people's lives, bringing together the brightest minds, investing in science, and taking smart risks. We go all in for the lives we have changed, and for those who are still waiting. We will never stop fighting until we discover cures. Our mission at Vertex: we invest in scientific innovation to create transformative medicines for people with serious diseases with a focus on specialty markets. The values that drive us: uncompromising commitment to patients. Innovation is our lifeblood. Fearless pursuit of excellence. We wins. Our company at a glance: operating expenses dedicated to research and development. We talked about R&D before. So 70% above average in the industry. 3 out of 5 employees dedicated to research and development. 2024 total research and development investment, $8.26 billion. And here's the GAAP. General accepted accounting practices. This has something to do with accounting. That's what I can remember from that. So recognized for our efforts. Here are some awards they've gotten. It says show all. They have more. America's most responsible companies. I definitely wouldn't want a company to be irresponsible, especially if they try to find cures for something. I don't want them to be irresponsible. I didn't even know they had a award for responsibility. Shouldn't you be responsible if you're a company? Wow. That's a scary award not to get. The fact that they even got it, like, it's just telling me that means that some companies out there is irresponsible. That's wild. Okay. Now, investors. Yes. Let's go to investors. Let's see what we can find for this information. Leadership team, research on the left, investors home, news and events. I'm not even sure if you can really see this from a phone. Let me see if the scale changed. All right, I blew it up some. Make it a little easier for you. F11. All right. So investors home, news and events, stock information. Here we go. Stock information. Here's a stock graph. Let's see. Technical analysis overlays indicate. They gave you a lot of stuff on here. So you can put indicators on there. So we're going to change it to chart type. We're on mountain. Let's go to candlestick. So it's purple and yellow. And it's on a year. The candles are daily, so you can change the candles to weekly. So now these are week candles. They represent 1 week. And the number of candles represent a whole year. So if we go to monthly, we should only see 12 candles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep. All right, volume. Do not display volume. Display volume in a separate chart and color volume bars. Yep. So there we go. So they did it again. They have the green and red on the volume, but they don't have them on the candles. Well, this not did it again. This company did the same thing the other company did with that. So view more. So names and diseases and medicines be getting me. Be getting me with the pronunciation. All right, stock information analyst covers. We're not really worried about that. The stock price is over here to the left. Am I blocking it? No. They went up $38.30 today. So if you scroll in the middle, it's moving the stuff on the graph. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's get out of here. Let's get off this website. We didn't see everything we need to see. All right, let's go back to my main camera. Here we go. All right, so you already know. I hope that you earned something, and I said that wrong. So give me a second. I hope that you learned something, and I hope that you earned something. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. If you haven't done so already, make sure you check out the whole life insurance link I have down in the description. And make sure you tune in weekdays following the market trading session at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Take care and God bless.